Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go on and hit that subscribe. So today I thought I would show you how to do some easy peasy ladybug nails, or better known for ladybird. Did you actually know that most times it's actually called ladybird? Only in North America we call it ladybugs. I never knew that, to be honest. I did find that out after doing a little research after somebody tried to call me out on ladybugs being yellow. We'll get into that in a little bit. So I'm going to go down. I'm actually going to be using melodysusies. They have these limited edition little gift box. They're so really, they're just so cute. I actually realized that they have like three or four different color sets out. So I have the one with the red, black, white, and then this beautiful like pinky vibe. It's actually on my right hand there. So I'm actually wanting to try to figure out a way to use all of those colors, and I'm like, what can I do with black, white, and red? Honestly, I had no idea, and then ladybugs popped in my brain. So I was like, oh my god, I want to try to create ladybug nails. Now, I'm not the most artistic person in drawing or honestly even like coming up, so I definitely googled a few different ways to try to do this and watched a couple different YouTube videos. Now, to be honest, I feel like you kind of have to go ahead and watch a few different people, but definitely put your own spin and flair on it. I think that is super important. A few, like, I was like, well, that doesn't remind me of a ladybug. Oh, but that one does. So what I did is I just took inspiration from a lot of different pictures of ladybugs and different things like that to come up with my nail design. So I'm going to go ahead and I painted four of my fingers. I want to have an accent nail. I love me an accent nail. So I paint four of my fingers that deep red. Now this red is giving me cherry vibes. Like, it just gives me like a deep cherry red. It is such a beautiful red. It's definitely a 2 to 3 coat coverage though, because again, you want to work pretty thin when you're using dark pink or dark colors like that, like any dark pigmented colors, because you really want your light to be able to penetrate through. And then I'm going to go in with 2 coats on my accent nail. Again, this beautiful base pink. It has like, again, I don't know why I keep saying again, I guess that's the word of the day. It has like a beautiful shimmery glitter in it. It's so pretty. I personally like this color. I think it is great for nail beds. It like mimics that. If you see on my right hand, I did Frenchies over there. I'm still wearing them, honestly. I'm still wearing both these sets on my hands, and they're just so cute. I love them. So anyways, I went in with Gel X. I do apologize. I will link the tips that I used. I believe they're BT Art Box tips. Off Amazon, so I'll definitely link them down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I want to try to create like the ladybug face basically, and like the body is technically, when I was doing more research, just like a brownier color, but we're going black today for this one. Again, you want to still make it more like aesthetically pleasing. If I try to really mimic what a ladybug look like, honestly, it would probably freak me out on my nail. We have somebody in the group, Val, she shared a picture of like somebody doing a spider, and oh my god, it was so realistic. We were all saying if that was actually on our nail, like we would flip out. Like at night we'd be chilling and look down and think it's a real spider. So I didn't want it to be too realistic. I want it more cartoony so it doesn't freak me out. So the ladybugs so far have never freaked me out. To me, they're a little bit more on the cute side. So sorry, back to the little tutorial here. I'm just gonna do like their little face heads. Now what I find to make it look a little bit more realistic, rather than just cutting it as a straight edge, I want to keep it a little bit more rounded out at the top. I feel like it just gives it a little bit more of like their body and their like just the way their bodies are. Look, their bodies are more rounded, right? So I feel like the face part of it, even though I think that black would kind of be their whole body back, but we're gonna call it a face, is a little bit more rounded. So I'm just gonna actually let my brush do the work for me and kind of just push it up and keep it a little bit more rounded, as you see. Now I'm gonna do that on 4 of the 5 of my fingers. I'm curing in between each coat. I am curing like that. Guys, I just cured. I know I took it off, but make sure you cure for your full 60. And then I'm going to go in with a second coat. But again, I want to work pretty thin when doing this. So I rather do more than one coat rather than it being thick, so it's not curing and you get any wrinkles. So go ahead, see, every time I move my hand, I'm curing. So I'm going to go ahead and just do like the body. Now, when I seen a lot of people do it, I seen them just do like a basic straight line, and I was like, but to me that didn't look too realistic-ish. So what I want to do on each end is basically do triangles. So I'm going to do an upside down triangle here, so it's almost like the wings open up a little and you kind of see that little bit of like the little body, even though I think that's like their shell. Actually, it's not their wings, because the shell, what protects them, opens up and then their wings come out to fly. The wings are underneath that like red part. I think the red part is just their shell. Again, okay, so let's talk about that. So I'm going to do that on both all the nails here, and then even at the bottom by the head, I'm going to kind of do another little triangle just to give it a little bit more dimension down there. I hope I show that at some point, but I do. So an upside down triangle at the top, and then like a little like triangle at the bottom kind of sense. And it just, in my brain, made it look like it opened up a little, and it wasn't just so one dimension of, whoop, here's a line and here's a line, right? Okay, so I showed these nails to a friend, and they're like, the first thing that they said to me was like, well, ain't ladybugs yellow? And I was like, excuse me, sir. Ladybugs, yeah, they can be yellow. They're pretty positive. There's a few different varieties, right? Now, when I did this, I don't know, like, I didn't do any research. I was just like, oh, basic black and red ladybug, right? I can use the white for the eyes. I was like, oh, that's so cute, and I want to try it. It looks pretty simple. So I didn't do any research, which now I really wish I did, because after being like, the person asking me, well, ain't they yellow? And I was like, that made me actually Google and look into a few things. And that's where I realized that they're actually called ladybirds. Like majority of the world calls it ladybirds. I think in the United Kingdom and I think it's just North America, we call them ladybugs. Because it's like a beetle, right? So anyways, when I was doing it, I was like, even here, I was like, do they really have just a certain amount of spots or no? I don't know. I'm just going to spot it up. I put way too many spots. So the ladybug that I kind of mimicked, trying to create, because there is such a variety of them, is like more like the 7 spotted ladybug. So technically I'm only supposed to have 7 spots in here. But then I did see another ladybug. Oh God, I forget the name of that guy. It had a whole whack of different spots. So maybe those two had a baby and that's the one that I created. But their spots make a difference. All their colors make a difference. There's so many different colors. There's like a yellowy one, like an orangey type of one. There is just legitly so many different varieties of ladybugs or ladybirds. I think it's cute when you call it ladybirds. I guess it is kind of like cool. They fly around like a little bird. They have like little wings. Yeah, right? It's such a cool thing, but I think they're actually in like the beetle family, if I do recall. So anyways, not that you came here for a whole like, what is a ladybird, or what we kind of call it over here is ladybugs. But yeah, when I was actually looking into it, I was like, let me do a little research on this. I realized that there is so many, but also by doing the research, I realized why I don't do a lot of research on bugs. Like I have such a phobia of bugs. It freaked me out looking on Google and seeing all these different pictures of like how realistic these bugs look like. I'm like, oh my God, if I would have done this first before I did this set, I legit probably wouldn't have done it. I would have been so creeped out. Like right now talking about it, I got goosebumps. Is anybody else like that? Like, oh my God, guys, I don't know what it is. I have such a phobia of just things that fly in my face. I don't know what it is. I went to the zoo once with my mom and that, and then they have this like butterfly little exhibit that you can walk into, and the butterflies are just everywhere flying around. For most people, that is such a beautiful experience. For myself, I literally was full of anxiety. I like pretty much speed walked from the one side over to the other side. It was not fun for me. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I just have like a phobia of bugs, so my bad. But these didn't bother me being on my nails. Like I said, they're still on my nails, I think, because they're so like more animated and cute. It is not realistic, not as that freaking spider Val showed. Oh my God, I would die every time I looked down at my nails. If I can like link that somewhere, or if you're a part of the Facebook group BR Nail Talk, guys, look that up, because oh my God, like it was the most realistic spider that this person created for on nail art. It literally like legit looked like a spider. Like it would freak you out if you have like, what is it, arachnophobia, I think it is, of spiders. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Okay, back to this. So I know you've seen me struggling here with the stickers, and I wanted to keep this part in because it is such a real part. Just because you have a vision of what sticker could fit down, it doesn't mean it will look good or it could fit where you wanted it. So I wanted to leave it in that like a lot of this we do edit out, or at least I edit out of my videos, because it's just like, oh, you guys don't need to see all me like the struggles. But sometimes it's good to leave the struggles in so you guys realize that it's not as easy as it looks. It never is. And even here, it's okay to put something down and then be like, I don't really like that, and then take it back up. Like this one sticker, you're gonna see me actually replace this top sticker. I didn't like how that one flower laid there anymore, being the half flower. It just didn't give me the full look that I wanted. So I put it back on the sticker sheet, which I'm perfectly fine with. Yes, it touched my nail, but I as long as it sticks back down, I'm perfectly fine. Like I really only do nail art on myself and tips, a few friends here and there, but to be honest, it's mainly myself anyways. And again, my hands are clean as I'm working. I'm always disinfecting. So I'm actually going to go put it back down, and then I'm going to grab the sticker that I think fits there a little bit better. Now make sure that you rub the bejesus out of your stickers. You really want to make sure that they are laid flat, especially these are a bit more of like a 5D vibe or 3D vibe, so they're very raised. And even before you top coat, I apologize, as I was editing I realized I didn't leave that in. You really want to make sure you press your stickers down, do it again, make sure that they're in there and they're not going to be, the top coat is not going to like go underneath the sticker to leave it raised. You really want to seal it in, and I recommend 2 thin layers of top coat when you're doing stickers rather than 1. I promise you it will work every time, at least with me it does. I'm still wearing these exact same stickers, and even then being on the edge of my nail like that, it has not lifted, it has not done anything of that sort. And make sure you're capping your edges, of course, but doing with 2 thin layers of top coat rather than a thick one, you actually will get better overall encapsulation type of vibe to them. So we're gonna here, I wanted to also create 2 little baby ladybugs. Were they the best? Not really, I'm not gonna lie. That was a little bit harder to do in this baby small form. And then I was thinking, oh, should I add legs? And I was like, no girl, the legs will probably freak me out. So I didn't put any legs on it. I just did like a miniature version of my nails. Now here you could use sticker decals if you have some, but I'm trying to just like improve my little bit of nail art, even though no, it's not the best, but trying really will help your confidence to do more and do a little bit more lavish stuff. So I was like, let me just try to draw it out, and I still think that they came out super cute. I just did little mini versions, and I love the way they look. Again, I didn't do all the details like the little antennas or nothing because you just wouldn't see it, it's too small, but I love it, and this is the final design. Let me know, would you rock these? I just think they're so fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe, share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.